100,000 Islamic Stories for All Muslims. Islamic Stories for All Muslims Episode 4.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Abdullah. You are welcome to Islamic Stories Episode 4. So I welcome Mr. Abu Bakr Abdul Salam to the stage to give us today's story.
My name is Abu Bakr Abdul Salam. Today I will be talking about two different beautiful stories. Stay patient as we walk into the story. Note, this story is not just for Muslim only, but also for a non-Muslim. We are not just telling a story, but we are changing a life. Please learn something from the story. The story of today is, the first story is titled, Junaid Baghdadi, and Love for Allah. And the second story is titled, A Brother Like That. Now let's start with the first story, Junaid Baghdadi, and Love for Allah. Once at the time of Hajj, there was a gathering in Mecca of some friends of Allah, the youngest among whom was Junaid Baghdadi radiyallahu anhu. In that gathering, there was a discussion on the subject of love for Allah and as to who is the lover of Allah. Many of them expressed their views on the subject, but Junaid radiyallahu anhu kept quiet. He was pressed to say something. With his head bowed down and tears in his eyes, he said, "The lover of Allah is he who forgets his own self, remains engaged in Allah's remembrance with due regard to all its requirements, sees Allah with the eyes of his heart, which is burnt by the heat of Allah's fear. Allah's remembrance affects him like a cup of wine. He speaks the word of Allah as if Almighty Allah speaks through his mouth. If he moves, he does so under the command of Allah. He gets peace of mind only through the obedience of Allah. And when such a stage is reached, his eating, drinking, sleeping, awakening and, in short, all his actions are for the pleasure of Allah. He neither pays heed to the worldly customs, nor does he attach any importance to unfriendly criticism by people." The lesson of the story is, we can all be the love of Allah through our good intentions and through the good thing we do, with the fear of Allah in our heart, in whatever we are engaging ourselves in life, and to live according to the sunnah of our noble Prophet Muhammad, then we can now be the love of Allah. The second story title, A Brother Like That. Shuaib received an automobile from his brother as an Eid present. On Eid day, when Shuaib came out of his house, a street urchin was walking around the shiny new car, admiring it. "Is this your car, uncle?" he asked. Shuaib nodded. "My brother gave it to me for Eid." The boy was astounded. "You mean your brother gave it to you and it didn't cost you nothing?" "Boy, I wish." He hesitated. Of course Shuaib knew what he was going to wish for. He was going to wish he had a brother like that. But what the lad said jarred Shuaib all the way down to his heels. "I wish," the boy went on, "that I could be a brother like that." Shuaib looked at the boy in astonishment, then impulsively he added, "Would you like to take a ride in my automobile?" "Oh yes, I'd love that." After a short ride, the boy turned and with his eyes aglow, said, "Uncle, would you mind driving in front of my house?" Shuaib smiled a little. He thought he knew what the lad wanted. He wanted to show his neighbors that he could ride home in a big automobile. But Shuaib was wrong again. "Will you stop where those 2 steps are?" the boy asked. He ran up the steps. Then in a little while Shuaib heard him coming back, but he was not coming fast. He was carrying his little crippled brother. He sat him down on the bottom step, then sort of squeezed up against him and pointed to the car. "There it is, little brother, just like I told you upstairs." His brother gave it to him for Eid, and it didn't cost him a penny. "And someday I'm gonna give you one just like it. Then you can see for yourself all the pretty things in the shop windows that I've been trying to tell you about." Shuaib got out and lifted the boy to the front seat of his car. The shining-eyed older brother climbed in beside him, and the 3 of them began a memorable ride. That Eid, Shuaib learned what the Prophet ﷺ meant when he had said, "Love for your brother what you love for yourself." The lesson of the story is, always love for your brother what you love for yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Abu Bakr Abdul Salam. Thank you for the story. So you can support us by donating to our bank account to help us more, and also we don't just want to make only animation video. We are planning in buying camera for other videos with the money you donate to us. Thank you all for your support. We will appreciate it if you all cooperate. Do not forget to share the video with your loved ones.
Bank name, Union Bank. Account number, 01600011586. Account name, Farid Abubakar. 100,000 Islamic stories line for Muslim and non-Muslim.